Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Inheritor back again with another replay analysis. Unfortunately, this person did not follow the provided template. This is Freshify. That's all the information I have. I don't know if this is 2v2 or 3v3. By the looks of it, it's, 2v2. I guess I could have looked at the screen, but, So 2v2, I don't know the rank. I don't know if they're wanting me to look for a specific thing, so I'm just going to do my best to provide a decent replay analysis and go from there. But real quick before we get started, if you are interested in some free coaching, and I do mean free, 100% free, no costs, free. Anyway, if you're interested in some free coaching, you can find the Discord link to my community where I offer free coaching at down in the description below. So feel free to hop in there and just say, yo, came from your YouTube looking for some coaching, and someone will guide you in the right path. One more thing, I do stream on Twitch near daily. I usually start around somewhere between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless I'm busy doing coaching work. But aside from that, I'm pretty on time most of the time. So if you would like to watch me play some games live, you'll find me there. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the replay analysis. Good kickoff there. I wouldn't have challenged that. I probably would have gone for like at least I probably would have turned around. So where I'm talking about is right here. When you turn, you can see this guy is already headed in the direction of the ball, even though you can't particularly tell if he's going for it. It can be assumed that he will, so it's not worth challenging because you're just going to put yourself out of position and leave your teammate in a 2v1 situation. Luckily, you did get that demo, so it was only a 1v1, but still a risky challenge. That's another really risky challenge here. I would have stopped right here. The moment you decided to follow him is the point of time where I would have stopped and waited to see what was going to happen. Because, think about it. Your teammate is flying, no longer has control of the ball, and is flying towards their back wall. Both of these people are in the path of getting to the ball in some variety or another. So if this goes bad, you have a very, very open net and a very slim chance of making it back for a save. And this is exactly what I was pointing out. So, that since you went for that, you're now behind both of them, which isn't a huge problem. It's not like that you're super far back, but it could have been avoided altogether. It's kind of what I'm getting at there. Good control. I'm not sure if you were trying to go for a flip reset there, but kind of risky way to go about it with the angle you were going at the ball. This is a really risky thing to go off the wall for, especially since you're last man. So your teammate's over here, you're by yourself in net, you should be protecting that net, not the wall. Which I know your intention is to protect the net on the wall, but in my standpoint, I would have been sitting towards the middle of the net and waiting to see what they were going to do with the ball, because they could pass it out, they could try to doomsday dish it or whatever. I mean, you would have been in the way if they tried to go for a doomsday dish, so that's why. I mean, he basically faked you. He intentionally didn't go for that. So far, the only real issue I'm seeing is you're just not playing very safe. You're playing too aggressive. You're not adapting to your teammate. Didn't need to go for that. It was pretty clear he was going to beat you to the ball here. He's already at the ball. You're just going up the wall for it. The odds of you actually getting to it on time is slim. I would have just turned back down the wall to get back on time. Luckily, your teammate was there to recover. I can't... you didn't give me a replay file, so I can't look behind you to see where your teammate is. The way it sounds like they were turning back to go for the ball, so technically if that's correct, you had cut them off here. And that's another thing I've noticed so far in the game, is that you do not look for your teammate at all. Whether they're in screen or not, I am not sure. I mean, obviously, like the situation when you're in net, you probably knew your teammate was over on that side, on the side of where the ball was coming from, but you didn't play accordingly to suit that situation. It sounds like your teammate turned around to go behind you, so if that's the case, you did cut him off there. And just a reminder, this is coming from how I would play my game. I'm a very passive-aggressive player, so, but I'm also capable of adapting to become either aggressive or passive, or a bit of both, depending on how my teammate plays and what they're doing and how they position themselves, because I solely play based off of how my teammate's playing. Should have looked for your teammate at least once during that entire period of time that you went up to go for it on their corner, because you had no idea where you were supposed to be passing that. And then this was another thing. You didn't even know your teammate was there. Unless you could hear him. I couldn't, but I also have music playing. So, you went for a bump, you didn't know where your teammate was. For all you know, it could have been an open net and they were taking it to your goal. I'm just thinking of covering all the possibilities, because I'm only basing this off of a YouTube video. I can't look around and see what else is going on aside from what you are looking at with your cams. Shouldn't have jumped after your teammate flipped. It was really risky. You should have stopped, like, here. The fact that he jumped off the wall and he was still pretty much going for it, I would not have pushed up on that. That wasn't too bad. Your challenge here was risky, but it was really, really risky. If SYX was faster and had gotten a touch on that, your teammate has 0 boost, and, you would have been scored on. Obviously, you all won 4-0. So, I'm being super, super nitpicky. And this is just stuff that's coming to my head as I think of it. And like I said, given that I don't have the actual replay file to be able to look around at the entire field and see what else is going on aside from your own perspective, makes it a little more difficult. So I just try to cover all the options. That being said, the main things I notice is that you play too aggressive, which could also be a part of playing too fast. The reason you missed one of your last attempts for the ball off the wall right here is because you're going too fast and not taking your time. You're trying to rush, which is unnecessary, especially since they're not challenging. So that's point number one. Either slow your play down without losing a bunch of speed. You can play fast if you play smart about it, which leads me into my next point of not being too aggressive. Right in the very, very beginning of the game, or at least pretty close to it, your teammate, this right here. Teammate went for an air dribble and failed it. Teammate now has no boost, and you're pushing a ball where they have a full-on path to just bang it past you and put it in your net. It's a very risky challenge, so try to consider those factors. You need to be, and not to say that people don't go for the ball like this, but if you're really being observant of your surroundings, then, you can see this guy has a clear shot on the ball. He's on the ground. This guy probably will have a clear shot on the ball because he's falling to the ground. So regardless, one way or another, one of them is going to hit the ball. And you are the last man. You're the one that is technically speaking, the defender, even though you're on offense currently. So try to think about these things in very, very fast proportions. So it's like, they have a shot on the ball, my teammate has zero boost, and they are on this half of the field, and they're completely out of the play regardless what happens. I need to play this safe and either fake challenge or just turn around and go back, is how you should have probably gone about it. And being observant of your surroundings takes me back to my next point being, utilize your cameras. I don't know if you're playing keyboard and mouse or if you're playing controller, but regardless, I know there's ways to look around on the field for both, because I play both. Keyboard and mouse has keybinds you can set up. Even though it's not as good as controller, you can still look around. And with controller, all you gotta do is use your analog stick. You can drive straight, or you can even turn while you're doing that and still use your camera. So try to use your camera and keep an eye on where everyone is rather than just what's going on with the ball, because it's important to know what's happening with the other people on the field that aren't currently a part of a play. So, try to keep that in mind as well. But aside from that, it was pretty solid gameplay. You're decently consistent. The times that you missed were just times that you were playing way, way too fast and you didn't even need to. Other than that, solid gameplay. And I hope this video helps you, man. That being said, that is it for today's video. If you liked this, make sure to drop a like. If you want some free coaching, make sure to join my Discord server if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, y'all. As always, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out.